So now we are going to discuss about the pandas. How do we work with pandas data frames? Before I'm going to talk about the data frames, let me discuss about the series and strings. See, whenever we are going to use the pandas, we are always has to keep in mind that we have to import a package called pandas with an alias name, however you want. Here I have created something called a series, pd.series, np.random.randn of 4, index equal to data s.index. This is how that we have provided here. Now let us see the printing s. See, this is how the index is representing random value of a 4. What if I'm going to all these are floating type of values for the given dA and TA. Okay, this is all a series. S dot index, series dot index. This is the indexed series. What we have to understand here, this random dot randian of 4 will generate some odd numbers. Okay, some numbers which we could see that one in a series, which would be considered can be a series, and then has been indexed with some labeling DATA. Okay, coming to this one, this is a different style of instantiation or representation of something just like a dictionary. Now I have declared or initiated some values to these DAC. Okay, now pd.series of d. Now let us see. Okay, in a series A, B, C, D. Okay, D comes last. Now pd.series D comma index of, take a look at this one. We have just defined a DAC without B. So the B will become unknown number, which is not available number. Okay. Here take a look at this one. 5-point index of ABCDE. Each and every ABCDE is assigned with a scalar value that is 5.0. And now I just want to access the yes using index. So this is what, and I just want to see the mean of that numbers. This is the mean, and I just want to index, I mean selection of index. Okay. Why? Because 0 till 2, where 0 and 1 will be preferred and 2 is exclusive. Only positive values will be shown. Okay. S of D, where it is going to rely, 0.355. Okay. Whether is there F in S? Check it out. No, false. S into 2, S of 1 colon plus means operations, series operations. Okay. All of you understand this? Then I'm going to the strings. If all of you good with this, I'm going to strings. Take a look at this one. Import numpy as np, import pandas as pd, which is a very generalized stuff that I'm doing. And the pd.series data scientist Python, where one particular value was not assigned. And whereas if you can check the string of dot lower, it will show you the entire data into a lowercase, uppercase. If you want to see everything in the uppercase, this is how it is going to show you. Length of a string will show you something like this. Okay, in the same way, take a look at this one. Data frame, pd.data frame of random values of 3 comma 2, columns 1 comma 2. These are the column index names. Otherwise, index range of 3. Now take a look at this one. This is how it is going to look out. So guys, this is the random numbers you have to think on. Okay, these are the random numbers which are being generated. So now data dot columns dot string dot stripe. Take a look at this one. Now we have the index 1 comma 2 object. The main data type is going to be an object. Why? Because that is how the indexed values are represented in this one. So column values would be represented. I just wanted the uppercase. If I just wanted to uppercase, I mean, if I just want to replace OK, O with the K, and wherever it is O, you can see one O is there in the starting position, and in two, O is there in the ending position. Okay, you can always replace the indexed material values, whatever it is. So you just want to split it, okay, based on a character. Take a look at this one. Wherever it is T, there you wanted to split this. Look, you have split across. Guys, this pandas has some sort of flexibility. NumPy has a one sort of flexibility. We, unless and until we understand all these things, okay, there are many other things even in general in real time. When you wanted to work with on those kind of stuff, you definitely require to know some sort of functions that we need to understand. Okay, these kind of things are there. So if you know the knowledge on that part, it would become easy for us that to implement them in real time. Now take a look at this one. Split dot t and string dot get one. So what happens here when you are just specifically wanted to get 1? This is how it is going to be. It is going to get you only the indexed value of 1. If you can take a look at this one, in DA comma A is filtered. In science comma IS, sign comma is filtered. Next one pi horn is filtered. Next other two values doesn't have the second index. So NAN. This is how that it was represented. Okay, now the next one, split. Limiting the number of splits. Now we have T, which is containing the data, expand true and is equal to 1. Okay, based upon T, I want to split. Okay, how many splits I just want to do? Only one split. Okay, so that one split has been done. Okay, and expand is equal to true. This was split something like a data frame over here. Same thing. Okay, but each and every indexed term has been is having basically this kind of stuff that you would check it out in when you wanted to separate the data. Generally, you will go for the Excel sheet, which is separated by a tab or a space, something like that. Okay, you can implement this kind of split over there in Python in order to separate the data in such a way. Understand? So now to replace something with on, see wherever it is DA or SCI, there it was replaced with ON. Okay. Next one is concatenation. This is a combination of entire data which is there in the particular different rows. This is separated by data, which is hyphen, separated by comma and hyphen. Missing values are ignored. So here, let's take a look at this one, rest of the program. All the individual words or the data is concatenated with the A, B, C, D, E, something like this. Now take a look at this one. PD.series, ZABDE, and indexing we have particularly provided this here. So each and every stuff has been provided with the -10134 was given a series of Z, A, B, D, E. We have the data something like this. For yes, I want to make a concatenation. Why is it not getting concatenated? Okay, I should have a join actually. I will check it out why it is getting an error, and I will let you know tomorrow. Okay, and coming to this part, it is going to show you the string object which was already separated and it was showing like a zero index. Okay, I will check it out and give you this back tomorrow. Coming back to this, to data frames, we know how the data frames will work, right? We have already discussed these kind of data frames even in R programming language, and also in Python we have the data frames. Take a look at this one. Import numpy, import pandas. From dictionary of series, you can see data pd.cd is 1 comma 2 comma 3 and index, and scientist is having 1.2.3.4 dot, index is same abcd. Okay, and where I am just providing that entire data as a data frame, same as just something like an R programming language. Now I just want to print this. Okay, this is how the data I have got, where the data doesn't have the fourth value, whereas the scientists have the fourth value. I just want to get the data only the column values. Okay, this is how the column values are protected. A, B, C, D, B dot columns. Okay, so here from the dictionary of data, okay, that may be a list or an array, whatever it is. Here I do have one referring to 1, 2, 3, 4, two referring to 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I just wanted to depict it as a data frame. Take a look at this one. Okay, how do we do create a data frame from the dictionaries? Okay, we know already dictionaries, how do we depict them in the Python basic programs itself. So now let us take this one. This is how it is representing the data dictionary. Okay, now operations using the data frame A of data. Okay, it will give you the data whichever it is under A. Okay, and A of data into A of scientist. Okay, 149. I want to delete the data. Delete. B dot location of B. Second. B dot I location 2. You can verify all these things. Random values data frame. Okay, you can generate the random values and you can verify. Date range. Okay. Reading and loading the data. Next one. Are you good with the data frames? This is already that we have worked in the R programming language, quite little bit different from there using the pandas. Here we have different functions, quite different than R programming language, but almost the functionality is same. Now take a look at this one. We have something called salary underscore data.csv, and I just want to print the salary directly. Look, this is how the data it is going to be represented here. Salary.head, which will give you some data of 5 rows. Salary.info, it will give you the information about the different columns in the particular file and how many rows are there, how many entries are there, and what kind of data columns are existing in that, and what is the memory usage and all. Okay, I just want to convert into a string. Look, salary dot to string conversion, and I want new column based upon these two columns. Understand? Multiplication. I have done just a multiplication between them. I just want to run a query where I just want to see the data where the salary is greater than 50,000, along with the scatter plot, which is going to be represented in that same query. See, look, this is the query to print, and dot plot represents it is a plot. Scatter years experience and salary. Years of experience is on the x-axis and salary is on the y-axis. This is how it is. Okay, and if you want to see the mean values, mean of 0 represents the mean value based on columns. Mean of 1 represents the mean value based upon the rows. Okay. Now the salary dot sum of 0, 0 comma, skip false. So this is the one. What we are doing, we are trying to exclude the missing data and we are adding up all the data, rest of all the data. I want to describe this salary. Okay, describe will give you mean, median, mode, standard deviation, count, and all stuff. Here you have something called a description itself, which includes the number. Percentiles. Where in the previous example we have used the number type. By default, anyhow, it is there in the number type. No issues about it. And now I just wanted to see some percentile wise. By default, it is there in the percentile wise. You can see here. Okay, now it is a for non-numerical series. You can see that this is how the series is there. This is how the data is representing. Okay, and this is how the rest was described. Five, 4, 8, 2. Okay, which includes the object over here. Obviously, all this individual content has to be considered as an object anyhow. Now these numbers have been considered as an object type. Random numbers from 0, comma 5, size is equal to 20. See, out of this data series, I want to count the value counts. How many zeros and how many ones, how many twos, something like this. I just want to see the mode value of this particular thing. That's it. Okay. When we have the multiple things to identify the mode value, here only one it has been highlighted, that is 0. Okay. For example, if you don't have the 0 there, it will going to get 1 for us. Okay. So this is how it represents the pandas in Python. You have even many other functions if you just wanted to try over here. There are many things out there here. You can do, you can modify the data, you can pick the data, and you can work with the data in a different ways. So now you tell me, guys, after all, see, I did not touch it, the visualizations. I will touch it tomorrow. But for now, we have almost completed the Python and their internals. Tomorrow we will see the matplotlib. It will not take much time even. Okay, tomorrow also we can go ahead for question and answer session. So I'm asking you, after looking entire stuff like NumPy, Pandas, and Python basics, okay, can you understand how that we are going to use this Python programming language in order to understand? See, we have learned statistics. What statistics will do, it will always play with the data in order to get some sort of statistical outputs or the inferences from the data. But before we are going to do those inferences, we need to have that data to be formatted in a real way, right or wrong? So in order to keep the data in a disciplined manner, we definitely require this particular Python or R tools. From the Python perspective, we have multiple libraries that we have gone through, that is NumPy, Pandas, and basic Python programs. Tomorrow we will going to discuss about the matplotlib. But so far, using these particular individual packages or libraries, could you people understand different functions and how, in which variety ways that we can use that functions? Are you good? Hmm? Narayana, we need to have the sense of understanding how well that we can modify the data that was given to us, whether it may be in the Excel sheets or whether it was connected to the databases, even real data sources. Ashok, Anusha, Narayana, Ram Dinesh, Sunil, did you understand? If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, if you are silent, I will not understand whether you understood the session or not. Yeah, we can make a database connection to the database. We don't have in particular connection uh, tools here. Otherwise, I will check it out and I will show you. Okay, but generally, when we wanted to connect to the databases, we can always give the same as something just like our programming language. Okay, there will be a data connection related functions where we will need to apply here. Okay, by passing through the user ID and password and corresponding data source ID or name, we would be connecting to the data of whatever it was there in the database. Okay, we'll show you one example even for that. Thanks for asking, Ram Dinesh. Okay, so I will show you one example for that. Hmm? Why? Because connecting to the database, yeah, that is also a very easy part over here in Python. Here we don't have that part, it seems. I'll check it out. Okay. Apart from that one, whatever that we have seen now, yes, you have to. See, why I'm telling you, you have to. Okay, generally, why I'm telling you, you don't know where you will use yeah, NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so you should be understanding that. You should definitely understand that. Do not forget about importing NumPy. Okay, definitely, I can make sure that there was no dependency, but still, if you can see here, you have aliased the NumPy as NP, but have you ever used the NP over here? Hmm? No. Okay. But that doesn't mean that if I without NumPy you can't do Pandas. Pandas is a different library and NumPy is a different library. Okay. But whenever we are working with the Python, we will import Pandas, NumPy, matplotlib with before we are starting the program itself by default. Okay. Why? Because we don't know like where we can use or which function that we may be going to use. Okay. Yeah. See, the only thing, man. See, ultimately, keep this R and Python tools apart, and see whatever the data that we are going to get, we need to do some analysis on the data, and we need to do some uh, visualizations also. Data visualizations and analysis. A little bit of handwork is writing a program. Nothing more than that. Okay. Irrespectively, we are making some sort of unnecessary understanding about the functions, but they are necessary. Okay, I'm going to end the training for today. See you again tomorrow. Bye.